April 8th, 1965, before anyone had even uttered the words breaking news.
They say he suddenly turned it on employee Louis Richards, who fell just inside the doorway.
Revered anchorman Ray Wilson was reporting on a shootout of a botched pawn shop robbery on the corner of 5th and F in the Gaslamp. Back then, photographers were allowed to wade into a crime scene to capture these amazing pictures.
I felt something maybe crashing down, and I wanted to leave the building.
On September 25th, 1978, one of the saddest days in San Diego history, when PSA Flight 182 on approach to Lindbergh Field collided with a private Cessna and crashed into a North Park neighborhood, killing 144 people.
Are there any kids hurt?
On the morning of January 29, 1979, 16-year-old Brenda Spencer, who lived across the street from Cleveland Elementary School, took a .22 caliber rifle with a telescopic sight, fired 30 rounds of ammunition at the school, killing the school principal and the custodian, injuring 8 children and a police officer. Her actions spawned the Boomtown Rats song, I Don't Like Mondays. She is still serving time in prison. Over the years, throughout the decades, we have welcomed home our proud servicemen and women from deployments and conflicts and service all over the globe. Their joyful reunions, their family reunited, the patriotic parades have been a constant source of pride and inspiration for our town and our staff. On the afternoon of July 18th, 1984, James Huberty walked into a San Ysidro McDonald's with a 12-gauge shotgun and a 9mm Uzi and fatally shot 21 people, 5 of them children, and injured 19 others. He was shot and killed by a police sniper.
Here's the 0-2 to Greg.
October 6, 1984, Jack Murphy Stadium. The Padres down 2-1 to the Chicago Cubs. Bottom of the ninth, Tony Gwynn on first, and Steve Garvey with a walk-off home run to right center field to tie the series. The next day, Tim Flannery's grounder through Leon Durham's legs would put the Padres in front.
The 1-1 pitch. A one-hopper to Nelson.
Goose Gossage would then shut down the Cubs.
You can hang a star on that, baby!
And the Padres would make their first trip to the World Series. On July 25th, 1990, it was the song heard round the nation as Roseanne Barr butchered the national anthem and then mimicking ball players spit and grabbed her crotch. There was outrage in this military town. It was January 15th, 1995. On 4th down and 3, linebacker Dennis Gibson would tip a pass on the goal line to beat the Steelers and send the Chargers to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 29 in Miami.
You haven't been a believer. You better be a believer now.
After the game, tens of thousands of Charger fans would flock to the stadium to welcome home the team. On May 17, 1995, a 35-year-old Army vet, Shawn Nelson, stole a tank from a Kearny Mesa National Guard armory and went on a rampage through the streets of Kearny Mesa and Claremont, leaving a path of destruction behind him. He was eventually shot and killed by a police officer after the tank got stuck on a concrete median on the 163. On March 26, 1997, one of the most bizarre stories we've ever carried. 38 members of the Heaven's Gate cult, including their leader, Marshall Applewhite, were found dead after a mass suicide inside a rented Rancho Santa Fe residence. Members believed that they needed to die in order to gain entrance to a spaceship that was following the comet Hale-Bopp.
Drive to right field, high
In 1998, the Padres were back to the World Series
That ball is over the wall.
after beating Houston and Atlanta.
Coming on quickly, Finley, he's under, he's got it, and the Padres drape the National League flag around their shoulders for 1998. Oh, doctor!
Before being swept by the New York Yankees
There go the runners, a pitch, curveball hit to right field, grand slam, home run. Whoa!
in the Fall Classic. 2 hellish brush fires scorched our landscape and scarred our psyche in the new millennium. The Cedar Fire, which began on October 25, 2003, destroyed over 2,000 homes and burned 280,000 acres. And the Witch Creek Fire, which began on October 21, 2007, and destroyed over 1,500 homes, including mine.
On any given day, I would say, welcome to my home. But this is what is left of my home.
And caused the evacuation of over 1 million people. Throughout the years, there have been so many joyful reunions, joyous celebrations, so many occasions where the city has shown its compassion and resiliency. America's finest city is truly filled with America's finest people. And I know I speak for the staff, past and present, here at News 8, when I tell you it's a privilege to be your source of information.